Hello students, how is your life getting on? Today I would like to talk about a very interesting thing. It is freelance. I'm sure you have a lot of questions about what is freelancing, who is freelancer, and how to start freelancing. So, let me briefly explain you what is freelancing. What is freelancing? Freelancing is working as a self-employed person, professional, for multiple employers without any formal agreement or contract for a long period of time. A freelancer may work part-time or full-time at any span of time that he or she desires. This is because basically there would be no fixed working time like office hours. This would give the freelancer the benefit of freedom in working hours and working place or environment. Who is freelancer? Freelancer is a self-employed person who offers services, often working on several jobs for multiple clients at one time. Freelancer usually earn money on a per-job basis, charging hourly or daily rate for their work. Freelance work is usually short-term, while a freelancer is not officially employed by another company. They can be subcontracted by other businesses. It's common for freelancers to work on several different jobs or projects at once. But some freelance contracts may restrict who else the freelance can work for until they complete the project. Some of the most common freelance jobs are within creative industries, such as graphic design, copywriting, website development, or photography. However, freelancer can work in almost any service-based industry, such as translation, consulting, or catering. When to start freelancing? There won't actually be any predefined right time to start freelancing, but it's all about one's personal decision as to when he or she would quit working as an employee and start freelancing. However, there is always a couple of points that would be helpful to decide whether or not to start freelancing. You can start freelancing when you feel like you can work on your projects alone. You have all the necessary skill sets and tools to get started. You have good communication skills to seamlessly communicate with clients. You have good portfolio to showcase your works. What does it take and how to start freelancing? Build personal portfolio. Website to showcase your past works. Be sure you have good communication skills, both written and spoken, English especially. Decide and specify your skills or services you would be providing. Be specific on the skill set and don't include everything you know, but include only few that you are best in. Identify your ideal clients and know everything about them. Now, students, let's do some tasks. First of all, listen to the tape and answer the following questions. Your listening task is on page 68. Are you ready, students? Let's listen then.
Lesson 9. Freelance. You're going to listen to an interview with freelance educator. Good morning, you're welcome. So I would like to ask you a question. What is your life evidence definition to the word freelance?
Well, first of all, it means working free for yourself, not for someone else. That is an advantage because you can decide what you do, when you do, and where you do it. Only at the end there are disadvantages if you rely on freelance work for all your income. Sometimes the work might be scarce.
Is it a profession or a title?
Good question. Not really. You can say freelance or you can say self-employed, or it is really the way you choose the work you do. whether you work for a company or an institution or whether you work for yourself. Moreover, freelance is a general term. It is selling skills that you have, accumulated skills and experience in a certain field.
So, how long have you been freelancing?
More than 6.5 years.
Wonderful. What are the requirements of freelancing then?
Well, basically, a freelance sells his or her skills, so you have to make sure that your skills are up to date and relevant. My skills have been built up almost 40 years of teaching and education, but I still need to keep it up to date.
So, what are the priorities and advantages of freelancing?
It keeps me interested in the field. There is a lot of travel that is an advantage to meet new people.
Yes, right you are. To meet new people is wonderful. So, what challenging points or disadvantages of freelancing can you state?
The one is staying away a lot, being apart from my family.
Does freelancing require higher education or, in other words, diploma?
In the field of ELT, freelancing requires higher education, not because it is in the official requirement, because you need some background to be effective in the area. There is the high-level background is really needed in order to make people believe.
Does freelancing exist for both governmental and non-governmental organizations?
Well, you can deal with some organizations, or you can get registered with British Council, various publisher houses. If any available, they can contact you. Publishers have a short-term contract for running the train and book selling. A part of that contract will be for the training conduction. As for me, I have had both employee freelance. I have been employed by ministries and private organizations.
Wonderful. And the last question, what are the approximate salary rates?
It tends to be much higher than the permanent employers get. The reason is that it is usually short-term contract, maybe for 2 weeks. In fact, it ranges between £100, £1,000 per day.
So, now let's do exercise number 2. You need to answer the following questions, which are given in your listening task. Each question has got 4 answers. Please be attentive when you choose the answer. Let me read them for you. First, Les Kirchhoff says that freelance means A. Working free for the community. B. Working free for yourself. C. Working free for the family. D. Working free for the society. Next question is, being a freelance, A. You can do whatever you want. B. You can decide what to do, when to do, where you do it. C. You can go wherever you want at any time. D. You can meet whoever you want. Third question. Kirchhoff mentions as disadvantages of freelancing. A. Getting fixed on freelance work for all your income. B. Believing it to be long-lasting. C. Being out of the family. D. Being short of resources. The fourth question. He explains that the freelance work is A. Selling the skills and experience you have. B. Acquiring others' experience in the field. C. Having enough knowledge in the field. D. Checking the knowledge of others. The fifth question. Les Kirchhoff notes as freelance priorities. A. Traveling to many countries. B. Keeping interested in the field. C. Visiting conferences and conventions. D. Cultural exchange. So, have you finished? Okay, now check your answers, please. First, Les Kirchhoff says that freelance means B. Working free for yourself. Second answer. Being a freelance. The answer B is the right answer. You can decide what to do, when to do, where you do it. The third, Kirchhoff mentions as disadvantages of freelancing. A. Getting fixed on freelance work for all your income. D. Being short of resources. The first question. He explains that freelance work is A. Selling the skills and experience you have. The fifth question. Les Kirchhoff notes as freelance priorities. A. Traveling to many countries. B. Keeping interested in the field. C. Visiting conferences and conventions. Have you finished, students? Okay, let's do the next task. Next task number 3. Answer the questions. Use no more than 3 words. The first question. How long has he been working as a freelancer? How long has he been working as a freelancer? The second question. What is the main requirement of being a freelancer? What is the main requirement of being a freelancer? The third question. Leskircham states that approximate freelance salary rates to be between. Again, Leskircham states that approximate freelance salary rates to be between. So, have you finished? Let's check together. So, use no more than 3 words and your answer. First one. How long has he been working as a freelance? Answer. More than 6 years and 5 months. Second question. What are the main requirements of being a freelancer? Answer. Make sure that your skills are up to date and relevant. The third question. Leskircham states that approximate freelance salary rates to be between £100 up to £1,000 per day. Not bad, isn't it? To earn £1,000 per day, it's unbelievable, but it's true. Especially if it's graphic design or if you create any program or website design. You can earn good money. Have you finished? That's all for today. As your homework, I'd like you to write about advantages and disadvantages of being freelance. So, now our lesson is over. Goodbye.